This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for the week of March 13th, 2023. Remember a couple of weeks ago when so many people were listless and depressed and low energy and feeling like life was futile and not wanting to do anything? That is such ancient history this week. None of us have the luxury to lie around and feel sorry for ourselves or even simply lie around. This is an insanely active week. Motivated, motivating, pushing all kinds of things into action, pushing each of us into action on an almost daily basis. There's a catch, though. A lot of this action happens without us really having a clear, conscious vision or understanding of what is going on. The first 4 days of the week, the 12th through the 16th, are heavy on the influence of Neptune, Dreamweaver, the illusionist, the escapist. You'd think this might lead to wanting to lie on the couch and binge watch. Well, maybe you're going to want that, but pulling it off, completely different matter. Words, thoughts, information, communication channels are challenging whatever he has been sending out. They're pumping up the cosmic fog machine like crazy. When Mars squares Neptune on the 14th, this is not the first time we've been to this rodeo. This is the third time, in fact, that Mars has punched at Neptune during his long months in Gemini, which began at the end of August. Something's hitting critical mass. We may find something actually breaking, being released, but brace yourself for an upsurge of gaslighting. And the way to get through all of this is to align yourself with a guidance system that doesn't tie itself to what logic is telling you. Because the Sun and Mercury are fusing with Neptune on the 15th and the 16th, heightening imagination, heightening intuition, heightening our connection to something that is far greater than we are. And the reason this is not going to send us all off into la la land or onto the couch to binge watch is the other activity that is happening at the same time. We are getting on board with punching at the fog, through the fog, piercing it, forcing action, forcing answers, demanding information, with the Sun squaring Mars on the 16th, and then Mercury following with the same aspect on the 17th, and then Mercury and the Sun finally completing their meeting right afterwards. You will be confidently running through the fog, confidently running through whatever confusion, whatever is being whipped up around you. Your own internal guidance is going to be intact in this. Believe it and make it so. But at the same time, incredibly deep forces are stirring, and our conscious desires, our attempts to go after what we want, our fearlessness, and in some cases brazenness, is going to go right smack against subterranean impulses, obsessions, huge power behind the scenes. Venus, ruler of love, relationships, what we desire, mortal levels of money, is in a square or a demand for action with Pluto, lord of the underworld, the subterranean behavior, the cellular behavior, huge, unfathomable amounts of wealth and power. A meeting with Pluto has been on the agenda of every planet right before it changes signs. And right before Venus leaves her huntress mode of Aries, she's having this clash with Pluto, which forces hidden things into the open. It forces obsessions and power moves and power plays into the open. It exposes things that we've been keeping hidden. It exposes triangulation, if that's been going on. And it challenges us to drop something, to cut something out, to streamline what it is that we're going after and give something up. And right after this happens, the social mode changes drastically, and Venus drops the Huntress Wonder Woman superhero approach to socializing and moves into her earthy, comfy home of Taurus. And this starts an undercurrent of parts of life settling down, settling in, which will get even stronger when Jupiter makes the same switch in May. This moves our social interactions from being really feisty and forceful to calmer, paying attention to what is right in front of us, what is fulfilling, what we can actually taste, touch, and otherwise experience with the senses in the here and now. A couple of days later, information also has the same opportunity to deal with secrets, with revelations, with power games, and to refocus and strip things down. When Mercury sextiles Pluto on the 18th and then on the 19th moves into Aries, the sign that Venus has just left. And our minds and information channels keep alive the fieriness and fearlessness and assertiveness and in some cases aggressiveness that we've been experiencing. And this is a foreshadowing, a lead up to the event that starts next week, the sun moving into Aries, the spring equinox in the north, the fall equinox in the south on March 20th. While all of this is going on, while we are simultaneously in the fog, simultaneously somewhat on fire, stripping things down, getting calm, and then revving back up again, lightning is continuing to strike, as it did during the Virgo full moon. Lightning is destabilizing situations, showing them in a different light, flipping them, tilting them, pulling all kinds of switcheroos, starting on the 16th and into early April. Cosmic quick change agent Uranus has returned to the position that he occupied at the very beginning of November last year, the very degree of the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse of November 8th. And a lot of things that went one way then are now going to really radically, noticeably, quickly, breathtakingly flip into another form and direction. Take your vitamins, rest, eat in a really healthy way, although Venus in Taurus is gonna want the chocolate cake, sorry, because life is only going to get more hectic and exciting next week. Homing thought of the week: don't overthink. Song of the week: Shake It Out by Florence and the Machine. And the image of the week, I've got two: flying a plane on instruments and a sergeant at a boot camp yelling, "Move, move, 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 move." A resource for you this week is my inner guidance system visualization that's available in the shop at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you'll also find my forecasts for the month of March and for next week's Aries new moon. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. Visit my site, empowermentunlimited.net, to sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host wide-ranging conversation on Facebook, on the page Empowerment Unlimited, and in the group, the Astro Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, including this month an analysis of the March equinox chart. And I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I'm on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.